What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be doing something awesome. We are going to continue the Mad Max theme of the car into the exhaust system. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the collector back to right about here, and we're going to have it dump out the side at about a 45-degree angle back with one 3-inch pipe. I was thinking about doing multiple, but I want to keep this under $200. And I think we've done it. With all the supplies I've gotten, 290s, 245s, 3-inch scrap, and 2 glass packs, $188. I can't say that we've I can't say that we have everything we need so far, but we'll find out pretty quickly. So when it leaves the collector, it's going to go about a foot. I want to put it in a glass pack. The other one's going to go a little bit shorter because they're a bit staggered. And from there, they are going to symmetrically leave right out the side. Now I am going to try getting it higher than our rot. We have to repair the inside of that so it doesn't get sucked back in, but that's one of the reasons why I want it to come out that way. And I really think that will give it a real Mad Max feel to it. So if we walk over here, we can kind of see what we already have. I picked up 2 Thrush glass packs. I think they were 41, 42 bucks each. I picked them up at Napa, and AAA discount, so we'll save what we can. And I'm gonna probably match the welds that they did, so anyways, we have some scrap 3-inch, some scrap 3-inch, and the collector connectors that came with it. I don't think I'll use these parts. I think I'm going to weld them straight to the actual thing itself. But I think that will probably cause a problem. I don't know. Haven't crossed that bridge yet. We'll figure it out. So yeah, we can do that because the other side of the collector, it spins. So if we walk over here, we can weld them directly to the pipe without using the little part that it comes with, because that part spins, so it won't matter. Cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go back over here and get to work. This piece of scrap definitely got squashed or something, so not very straight, not very round. So we'll start on the opposing side, which looks like it was sawed off by a beaver. So we'll go ahead and throw it in the old Harbor Freight saw here, just to cut it straight. Now, my saw has seen better days. She needs a new blade and everything. And I need to get something to prop the opposing side so she sits nice and flush. I'll be right back. Now that we have a very OSHA approved leveling device, we're going to go ahead and drop this down on top of it, letting it do the cutting for you. So lift her up a tiny bit. You see how much deflection there is in this blade, so it's probably not going to cut too particularly good, but I'll have to make a run to Harbor Freight. I almost said Home Depot. Maybe Home Depot sells blades. Anyways, here we go. Well, guys, I would say we have way too much deflection in the blade. Even if I get it a little bit tighter, it's just that little deflection. You can actually almost feel it right there. It's just driving the blade sideways. So I don't know what it got caught on. Something happened to it. So we're going to go ahead and just pop this blade right out of here. Not really too keen on how this kind of goes together. It's, wish it was just something that kind of, I don't know, easier to work with. Let's put it that way. Let's just say it that way. But if we get this out of the way, we loosen this up. We'll go get ourselves a new blade. Well, it's not a quick ride over to the Harbor Freight, but I'll tell you, I always like to look around while I'm there. So I was able to get a few other things while I was there, and now let's see. We go. I think it goes this way. Go ahead and well, I guess you can only go one way, anyways. Put this bad boy on. And hopefully we don't have nearly as bad of a cut as I was getting before. Also, the last blade I had was actually more for aluminum and steel and stuff like that. This is more for hardened steel and stainless steel, that kind of stuff. So yep, looks good. Good and tight. See how well this works now. Much better. So instead of it, as you can see, just how much deflection it was getting off of it. Much better cut. Much better cut. So we need an 18-inch piece, a 21-inch piece, and then we can start putting this stuff together. And then we'll have to measure as we go. So we're going to have these little magnet things on all 3 sides, or on 3 sides instead of 4. I find that's plenty. Then we're going to move this up a tiny bit, a little bit higher than we think we're going to need it. See, they wanted us to drop down to 2.5. We're going to stick with this 3-inch. So we're going to put that right in there and push it down, and that should give us where we need to be. Should. That's not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. We're going to tack this side. We're not going to weld this side right here. Flip it over. Set her down gently. Or you could always just put that back down there and then set that down gently. Make sure we're nice and happy with its location. Turn our welder on. Well, I need to turn the breaker on first. Turn our breaker on, our gas on, which I need to go and get more gas this week. Give us some current right here. That's going to be a pain. That's going to be a pain. I can already see it. So, I have actually never manufactured my own exhaust before. Normally I either get it pre-bent, kit off of line, but off of line? Off of what line? There we go. Turn her on. Contact. I don't think I have that at the right setting. Let's go ahead and adjust that. Also, let's increase our feed a bit. It called for that at B. We're going to move it to C. And we got to cut that off. I think it was almost right. I just think I needed more feed. Penetration looks good. Oh, need to turn that back on. And one more side. So my hope is we can just do a quick tack across all of our parts and pieces where we need it to be. Yep. I'd say we're pretty good. And then once we're happy with the final placement, then go through ahead and wow, words are not my friend today. Go ahead and do our welds. So next, we put our very effective mufflers on. And first I am going to deburr it because fluid dynamics. Now, you know, I have a set of linemen's. It works really well for smaller diameter pipe, like a ½ inch, stuff like that. But you'll find a set of linesmen's are an electrician's best friend, because you can just pretty much deburr any set of pipe with a set of linesmen. Pretty good. Get that in there. This one right here, we'll go ahead and put our electrical there. And give her a couple what fors after we remove the paint, because that would be kind of important, Brian. Give me a minute. All right, that's a pretty critical thing right there. For good contact, you need some fresh steel. We are going to go ahead and paint this. I'm not going to go as crazy as I did with the headers. You're not really ever going to see this stuff, but I still feel like we need to put a little bit more wire speed in here, but oh, you're caught on my wire, guys. I definitely have room for improvement on my welds, but I'll tell you, they'll hold. They'll be good. Alright. I have a lot of work to get done, so I'm just going to cut and go to it. Well, guys, it's another day because I ran out of argon gas, but new tanks of gas. We're about to get this welded, slap her on there. We're pretty darn close, so enough chit-chat and pitter-patter, get at her. So right here, my plan is to do just a basic tack. Get this straight. This is 1 foot long piece, and then it's going to be like this right about here. I know this is pretty ugly, but I think this will do what we need it to do. I want it to kind of come out at an angle, so if this is flat, we want it to come out probably right about there, and then we'll put a pipe out of this here. So for now, we'll put our tack welds here, and then see if it lines up with the car. So, you know, it does help to get some power to it. I wonder if this is long enough. I don't really want it this far away, but until I get tacks on here, I don't know how well it's gonna jive there. Okay. Same kind of idea up here. Angle that I think I'll like. It's nice to get these from Harbor Freight because if they get hot, they lose a little bit of their magnetism. I think that's a box of 4 of them for, I don't know, $5. Well, we still need to finish this guy over here, but you see this side needs to be completed. You get over to here, and I love the simplicity of it. Now, I would have liked to do a little bit of a rake to it, but the way things are sitting, I couldn't do it. I had to be able to clear the leaf spring brackets and mounts and all that fun stuff. But we have her welded to our flange and everything, and boom. The muffler, and I put that in quotations, we use that word loosely here. The muffler's sitting right there. Pretty straightforward, guys. I'm really digging it. I got to get the tape off of it, or the paper off of it. And I think I'll take her back off and put a little bit of black header paint on it. Well, we've been battling the rain today, and I gotta say I'm very pleased that we were able to get it done, and the results are awesome. We got to paint them black so that they match the rest of the car. I got to pull the sticker off of each one of them, so we have a little bit of work. I'll take them back off and, you know, paint them, and that will be the final result. But guys, oh man, let's go ahead. As you can see, we still don't have all the electronics and stuff hooked up, but one step at a time. We're gonna go ahead and set you up right here. I also have to make a little cap for it or something, because I don't want rain going inside there. That's awesome, guys. I love the way they look. I like the way it sounds. I would say it's a victory. Didn't make it much quieter than what it was originally, but you know. Oh man, I really hope it holds up, and the welds are great. I like the way the welds came out. You can kind of see how the welds came out on the flange down here. But yeah, we've been fighting a little bit of rain today. Oh man, I am very, very happy with the way they sound. At least it puts it behind the passenger compartment, or at least where I care about. And everyone else can deal with the sound. This thing is ridiculous, guys. Oh, I love it. So the next thing we have to do is fuel lines, brake lines. I am able to move it back and forth using the ramps to make sure that I don't go too far forward and stuff like that. But yep, brakes are important, guys. That being said, I can only move it back like 3 or 4 inches. I kind of have myself in a spot where oh, guys, oh my god. And I love how she just starts right up. Oop. Love it, guys. All right, next thing, like I said, that's it. That's all. And floors. Now that everything that is brake lines and fuel lines will make it a little bit easier not to have the floor pan in there. So once we're done with the brakes and the fuel, we'll throw the floor pan in, and I might actually just run the BMW seat for the moment. You know, you don't need passengers. This is so awesome, guys. Love it. Absolutely love it. And on that, guys, one more quick little job complete, and a giant grin on my face. And before you know it, she'll be cruising down the road. Now, like I was saying earlier, we don't want to go ahead and rip with this quite yet. I have to make sure, because I literally have only moved it a few inches here and there. I don't know how the transmission's going to hold up. So the real test is I got to drive it down and then up this hill. It's a very steep hill. If everything holds together, then we'll break in the engine over a few good drives. You know, I don't know, call me old-fashioned or an idiot, I don't care. But I would like to put 500 miles on it before I do a massive, well, I would say massive burnout, but we'll hold our guesses, because that rear end probably has, I think we looked it up, and it has 271s or something, so it has grandma gears in it. So I'll start looking around for a set of sure grip, or a sure grip for it, and a few other things. But what one more time, guys. She is loud still. All right. We also have to get the idle just right. So we have a few things to work out yet, but one step closer to the next project, and that's what it's all about to me. I just love, like, when I was a kid building Legos and stuff, it wasn't about having the Lego, it was about building the Lego. And in 7th grade, I built my first computer, and I mean, computers are nice to own, but I end up building a lot of computers for my friends because it's just the assembly process is the most fun. And I gotta say, I've really just fell in love with welding, and I'm really looking forward to working on the truck. So a lot of welding in that. So awesome, guys. All right, guys, and on that, remember, keep your shiny side up, and until the next time, be safe.